Hello everyone, welcome back to the sixth video of this particular series. And in this video, we're going to deal with sibling and spouse, and then parents and children. So let's create one column called as family. Now, reason I'm creating this as a family is that suppose if there is a passenger, right? Sibs and spouse tells how many brothers or sisters they have, or if they came with their wife, right? So if this passenger one is present, he's a male, which if he has a siblings or a spouse, which would mean that he came with his wife and there is no children or parents with him, right? Similarly, let's look at another case here. He's a male, he came with um, probably his wife and his brother and or sister, or brother or sister, whichever is a possible combination, right? So that, and then probably he also came with one of his child, right? So that's how this case is driven. So to get the family size of this particular passenger, we can simply do sum of sibling and Parch, right? And the passenger himself, right? So that's 1. Close the bracket. So which means if the passenger came with one of these two combined, plus 1 would give 2 as a family size for that particular passenger. Now if I copy this down, you'll notice, let's ignore the error. So if you'll notice, I will be getting um, the total family size of each of the passenger. And you'll notice that some of them will be 1. Now this 1 would represent anybody like Jack, right? Jack was alone, right? So I'm going to tag all of this alone also, right? The ones that are alone, that is alone, right? And if the family size is equal to 1, then it's 1, else it's 0, right? So in the Titanic problem, family size obviously, as you may know it, decides whether the survivability is going to be high or low. The reason is if you have larger families, right, it's going to be difficult to save the entire family. But if you have small families with mother and children, most likely they're going to survive, right? Because of the preference to mothers and children. Now, if you are alone like Jack, your chances of survival will be slightly 0. And we're going to test all of these things once we have done all these cleaning processes. But for now, we are just going to create all these variables, right? So as you can notice here, we have family and is alone, 2 more new variables created from sibs and spouse with and from Parch and children, right? So we're going to use this thing, and obviously within the modeling processes, we're not going to use them. Rather, we're going to use these 2 variables in its place, right? So that's how we do family and is alone creation once we have basically taken sibs and spouse and Parch and children into consideration. In the next video, what we're going to do is we have a variable called as name, and we're going to see if we can extract some feature out of this. Keep watching.